Hello, we're back for some more Spirit of Justice. Let's go. We got the Rite of Turnabout, episode 3 out of 6 in this game. So we're halfway through just about. Let's see what we got going on. I'm wondering if we're going to go back to the Kingdom of Rite this time around. Let's see.
Wakey, wakey, 201. Got some more questions. Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201's escaped!
Well, you know, with Dad's back on the streets, things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down. You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on. We're small fries compared to... Huh?
That was very anime. I wonder what that was about. May 9th, 3:30 p.m., Temple. So we are back in Rite. Another fine day in the Kingdom of Rite. Thank you, Phoenix, for double establishing that. It's so peaceful here. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks already, but this place is really starting to grow on me. Still. Yes, we remember everything that happened in the first case. It sure was a rough start. Now, to do what I came here to do, to see Maya. Her long ascetic training is finally coming to an end. But before it does, she said something about one last rite she has to perform today. Mr. Rite! Happiraki! Hey, Albie! Happiraki. Ah, you've mastered the traditional greeting of Rite. I don't know about that, but I guess all that practicing is paying off. Have you got used to life at the temple? I'm grateful they're letting me stay here, but the mornings start a little too early for me. Yes, well, morning prayers do begin at dawn. After all, you can never pray too much. Daily devotion is very important here in Rite. Hats off to you guys. I don't know how you do it. And today's a special day, full of even more prayer than usual. There's nothing better in the world than being able to pray to your heart's content. I can think of a few things I'd rather do. So what makes today so special anyway? You mean you don't know? Today's the Purification Rite. It's only performed once a year. That's what Maya must have been talking about on the phone yesterday. I wonder what her role in it is. So, what exactly is Maya going to be doing for this Purification Rite? What? Didn't she tell you? She's playing the role of Lady Kira. It's only the most important part of the entire rite. It's unprecedented to have a foreigner play such a key role. Wow, that's really something. It really is! Helping out such an amazing person has been the greatest honor of this humble tour guide's life. So, who is this Lady Kira you mentioned? Allow me to explain. Once upon a time, hundreds upon hundreds of years ago, there lived a female warrior. And let me stop you right there. Oh my gosh, is Maya going to be the defendant again? You know what? It's been so long, we might as well, you know? I'm going to put money all in on Maya being the defendant this time around. I'm going to do it. Is something wrong? No, it's just, I get the feeling I'm in for a really long story. Yeah, I'd say it normally takes around 2 hours to tell. Whew. Dodged a bullet there. Oh, right. You're supposed to finally see Miss Maya today. The story can wait then. In the meantime, you can read up on the Rite with this. An English guidebook? Where did you dig this up from? I found it just lying there in the temple library. I figured no one's using it, so I borrowed it. Huh? Hey, this book belongs to Maya, see? There's her name on the back. Guess there's no harm in keeping this for a while, then. Rite's Guide, added to the court record. A guide to Kuraine's rites written for tourists. Hang on a second. Well, we'll get back with you. I want to read this. All right. I can't... Why can't I go up and read? All I see is... Next to the Rite of Water, I'm trying to extrapolate, in which the priestess enters the opening... The spring, something or other, as Lady Kira, and the high priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. Hey, the back of this person looks oddly like that person who, I think, killed those two guys at the start. So high priest, priestess, staging area. The ceremony ends with the Rite of Fire, in which the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. The Purification Rite is a 3-part ceremony held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Poniponi. It begins with the Transformation Rite. The high priestess reads scripture while a priestess dons the robe of Lady Kira, which had been purified with incense. Next is the Rite of Water, in which the enters the spring dressed as Lady Kira. Okay, cool. So we did figure that out. Right. All right. So it does have the text. I just want to have that in mind. So if that comes up, I don't not know it. Miss Maya should already be at the site where the rite is to take place. Let's go to the Plaza of Devotion, to the Garden of Madness. I wonder if Maya's matured any since I last saw her. It's on a mountaintop, so it might get a little cold though. I think I can handle it. Any idea? Oh, you're my, I can ask the generic "you're my partner" questions to you. There have been a lot more tourists this year than last. Then your tour guide business must be booming. It is! But I have more important things to do right now, namely, helping you, Mr. Rite. I think I'll tip him a little extra for his help later. What to do? Let's head over to where the Purification Rite will be held. What sort of rite is it? We'd wind up missing a whole day of the rite if I were to explain it. In that case, I think I'll just go see it for myself. Yeah, good plan. Let's see. Plaza of Devotion. May 9th, Plaza of Devotion. Okay, I see people bowed. It's so cold. It feels like the air itself is made of ice. But look at all these people. Well, this is the day we came to offer prayers to Lady Kira, the protector of our land. It's amazing to see how devoted everyone is. Devoted, right. But couldn't they just as easily do all this praying someplace warmer? This, too, is a part of our religious training. It helps us build strength of spirit and willpower. Further up, at the end of those stairs, is the inner sanctum. That's a long way up. I see. Everyone I've met so far seems deeply religious. Of course we are! After all, Kurain is also known as the land of prayer. It's said that we Kurainese spend an average of 15 hours a day in prayer. What? 15? From the moment we wake to the moment we fall asleep, our hearts are always in prayer. You see all the square flags around here? They're known as prayer flags. They contain the prayers of our people. Oh, he's talking about these colorful strips of cloth. There's something written on each one. Such piety is the glory of our people, and I'm afraid that story's gonna have to wait for another time, Albie. Maya should be here any minute now. Oh, yeah, you're right. I can't wait to see Miss Maya again. Pardon me, oh noble traveler. Oh. Oh.
How do you fare, Mr. Rite? It's been many a day.
And, who might you be? Maya?
Hey, it's Maya. Miss Maya. Happy Rocky. Happy Rocky, Albie. And you, Mr. Wright. May the Holy Mother guide you on your journey. Oh, thanks. Long time no see, Nick. Well, did I surprise you with my act? Yeah, you can say that again. This is Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium from Kurine Village back home. Ah, you brought it up. She was also my assistant for quite some time, but that was many years ago. Her ability to channel spirits saved me more times than I can count. I sure miss those days. Are you listening to my thoughts? It was a ton of fun being the real boss of Rite & Co. law offices. And now she's here, training to be the leader of Kurine Village and the master of her craft. Apparently, to become the master of the Kurine channeling technique, you have to train here in Kurine, since this is where the technique originated. Aha! Didn't I sound just like a pious nun when you saw me just now? Too bad, that's all I learned from all the training I did. You haven't changed a bit, Maya. Huh? And what's that supposed to mean? She may look a little more mature on the outside, but inside she's the same old Maya. I'm actually kind of glad for that. So we have her profile. I'll be your guide, and then Maya Fey, age 28. Practicer of the Kurine channeling technique. We used to take on all sorts of cases together. Alright. Hey, wanna look at my badge? Oh, hey! Congrats on getting your badge back, Nick. Thanks, Maya. Now you can go back to a life of bold-facedly bluffing the day away every day. That's not exactly why I returned to the courtroom, you know. It was to reform the justice system and make a jury system, but the games have apparently forgotten that. Alright, anyway, Maya. I heard what happened, Nick. You ended up in court almost as soon as you got off the plane, huh? Yeah, well, it's kind of a long story. I almost died! I was the accused. But you should have seen Mr. Wright in action. He was amazing. I bet it was another one of your famous seat of your pants come from behind wins, huh? Well, I was almost found guilty any number of times. Okay, so it wasn't my finest hour, so sue me. You haven't changed a bit either, Nick. Ouch, definitely stings more when it's coming from her. So I guess you finished the bulk of the training needed to become the master, right? Oh, you mean the special meditation course for increasing spiritual power? Yep, I've completed the full 2 years. I can finally go home once I perform the purification rite today. Actually, I was wondering why they're having a foreigner conduct one of their sacred rites. Well, the high priest's wife usually conducts it each year, but with her baby on the way, it's just more than she could handle. So, the high priest practically begged me to stand in for her this year. Well, you may not know all of their customs, but with your training, I'm sure you'll do great. You bet. Just you watch, Nick. I'm gonna be the best Lady Kira, guardian deity, ever. I'd better throw in a few prayers for things to not end in a flaming disaster. Alright, guardian deity. Let's talk about that. So, about that guardian deity you'll be portraying today, what exactly are we talking about here? Well, first of all, Lady Kira isn't really a deity in the way we think of them back home. Oh, it is the thing. She's a real person who fought to establish the Kingdom of Kurine a long time ago. Oh, so she actually existed. based on actual battles from actual Kurainese history. She flipped over a giant crab, and she attacked its weak point for massive damage. And now the kingdom's people worship her as a guardian deity. They believe she appears to protect the kingdom whenever it's in danger. Cloaked in a sacred robe, she's a champion of justice who defeats the kingdom's enemies. That sounds like something you'd be into. I know, right? Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with a wicked dagger? Right, whatever floats your boat. Still, Lady Kira must really be a popular deity if all these people are here for her. Yep, but there's more to it than just her popularity this year. There's more. The Rite's popularity. So why is this rite attracting such a large crowd this year? Because there's been actual sightings, you know, of the real deal. Allow me to explain. A mysterious figure clad in Lady Kira's robes appeared, just like in the legends. And she began capturing members of the Defiant Dragons right and left. You're kidding, right? They say it's only a matter of time till she gets their leader, the revolutionary Dirk, too. So Lady Kira's a rebel hunter now, huh? It's a bit hard to swallow, though. I mean, even if they are trying to disrupt the peace, I doubt the actions of a band of rebels can bring a legendary figure back to life. I didn't believe it at first either. But there's a real picture of her on the front page of today's newspaper. Oh, she knocked him out and had the guards. She did a Spider-Man? Sightings of her go back about 2 years. Is there a Kurainese version of J. Jonah Jameson who's, incensed at her existence? But this is the first actual picture of her to ever be taken. And I can't believe someone was able to actually capture her on film. But couldn't this just be some Lady Kira fan? You know, like you, Maya? You mean like a cosplayer? Those rebels are no joke, Nick. They're trained in hand-to-hand combat and stuff. You think some regular cosplayer can take on people like that dressed in a costume alone? No, Maya, I don't think so. That's why she has to be the real deal. It gives me chills just thinking about it. I bet Lady Kira's spirit possessed the sacred robe or something. Or is this, oh no. Wait a minute. This is the Skull Merchant from Dead by Daylight, isn't it? It's somebody's dark Kurainese manga that they're dressing up as. A spirit possessing a piece of clothing. Maybe you should cut back on all these action superhero shows, Maya. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're just jealous that I'm still young at heart. I've got a real office to run now, so I've got to keep it real, right? I don't know who you're talking about, but that's definitely not me. You've really lost your edge since I last saw you. Those spikes of yours have grown really dull, and there's even one that's drooping. Can we leave my hair out of this? Anyway, I swear that the Lady Kira people have been spotting is the real deal. Besides, it's just so much more fun to believe it's true, you know? I can't believe you really buy all that. Although, I wonder who's under that robe. The May 9th newspaper added to the court record. But Mr. Wright, she's the talk of the town. She even gave me this great new food idea. It's gonna be like a soul bun, but based on Lady Kira. I'm calling it the Kira bun. Talk about a Kira business strategy. Oh no! Oh! Wait a minute. Kira? Is this Death Note? If they're gonna make a pun on killer? Come on, Maya. Just admit it's you running around dressed as Lady Kira already. What? I guess the jig is up. What? Is it really true, Miss Maya? Indeed, it is I, Lady Kira. After hundreds of years, I have returned in this lovely young lady's body. What? Only a minion of the Defiant Dragons could see through my disguise. Now, feel my wrath, foul lawyer. Hi-ya! Ow! Mr. Wright. Just kidding. I thought I was going to get a Susato takedown for a second there. I mean, come on. Maybe dressing up as Lady Kira for the Rite today, but there's no way I could ever beat up one of those rebel types. I don't know. That was a pretty solid left hook she just threw. Oh, you were just trying to be funny. He really had me going there for a second. No one can be that naive, right? He's 9. Give him a break. Well, I hope you enjoy playing superhero at the Rite today. Oh, when you put it that way, I'm even more hyped about it now than I was already. Jangling. Oh, I hear the sound of the High Priest's footsteps. I'd better get going. His footsteps? During the Rite, he wears these really big bells on his ankles. That way I know he's coming. Pretty handy, right? Well, see you later. I doubt they're actually meant to be a stop slacking warning system for you, Maya. Miss Maya is always so bright and cheerful. Yeah, I'm glad to see she hasn't changed. As in, at all. I wonder if this means her training's been all for naught. I hope not. Ah, it's Acolyte... No, Acolyte Zealot? Oh, these Karaini's names. Acolyte Zealot? Look, he's the one praying in the red and saffron robe. He looks like he's wearing a airbender outfit. He's the disciple of the high priest, Abbot Inmi. Inmi? Okay. And lives and trains at his house. So he prays in the cold without moving a muscle? Yeah, I could never do that. Ah, it's Abbot Inmi. The purification rite is about to begin. So that's the sacred robe Maya will be wearing during the rite. It looks almost exactly like what that figure in the newspaper photo was wearing. Whatever it is must have been really hard to copy. Please, sir, it's not a good idea to stare like that. You could be struck blind. Just give me a few more seconds. I mean, this isn't something you see every day. Oh, those bells on the high priest's ankles. They're a lot bigger than I thought they'd be. Those are some big bells. You've got big bells. He's got big bells. I think he's got the biggest bells of them all. Mr. Rite, it's time to enter the prayer pose like everyone else. Those who don't will suffer the wrath of the Holy Mother. Okay, let's see. First I kneel down and cross my ankles, and then I bow forward. Ouch! Great, now all I can see is the ground. And my back is killing me. You really should have trained for this, sir. Well, wait a second. How long are we supposed to stay like this, Albie? The rite requires that we stay like this until the day after tomorrow. That's 2 whole days! Ugh, I don't feel so... Mr. Rite, are you okay, sir? Somebody help! I attempted to do something, and then my back gave out. This is life in your 30s. Mr. Rite, please, you have to get up. Ouch, my aching. Huh? Albie? Where are we? The High Priest's house at the foot of the Plaza of Devotion. I guess I passed out from all that back pain. It must have carried me all the way here. Something terrible's happened! It's Miss Maya. She's... Oh, just follow me to the Plaza of Devotion. Oh, I think it's coming true. Something must have happened while I was passed out. Miss Maya's... She's been arrested. Oh! Oh! We called it. Yep, it's been called. It's been called. It has been called. Yes. That is incredible. Can't even have her back for more than, like, a handful of dialogue boxes. And she's already been arrested for a crime. What? I'm not sure that I'm happy about being right, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. These goofy writers. May 10th, 8 a.m., the Plaza of Devotion. Where's Maya? Just take it easy, all right? But I'm telling you, I haven't done anything wrong. You can talk all you want back at the station. Let me go! Maya! Nick, I didn't kill him! I swear I didn't! Quiet, you! Come along peacefully or suffer the consequences. Wait a second. What on earth is going on? I don't know who you are, but if you don't get out of my way... Hey, back off, officer. What? Emma? Emma Sky? What's she doing in Karine? Yeah, what? What? I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright, but we're placing Maya under arrest. All right, take her down to the station, but with respect, got it? You don't even know who Maya is. You've never interacted with her before. Yes, ma'am. Nick! So, what are you doing in Karine, Emma? It's a long story. Anyway, what are you doing in Karine, Mr. Wright? Same here. It's a long story, but we can get caught up later. Right now, I need to know what happened. Maya's, well, under arrest for the murder of the High Priest. Wait, the High Priest was murdered? Hey, Emma, look at my badge. Congrats on your return to the legal world. I wanted to congratulate you sooner, but I never had the chance. Thanks, Emma, and congratulations to you, too, on becoming a forensic investigator. Thanks. Oh, I know. Let's celebrate by dusting your attorney's badge for fingerprints. Or how about we do a luminol test on it? I think I'll pass on both, but thanks. Let's see. We got the newspaper, too. Lady Kira returns to battle rebels. The Lady Kira-like figure that appeared 2 years ago remains a mystery. Some town elders see her as Lady Kira in the flesh. Such rumors are fueling the enthusiasm for today's purification rite. Today's purification rite, the thick white ice that froze the ground from the inner sanctum to the Plaza of Devotion until yesterday has melted. The rite can go as planned. We give thanks for the blessing of the Holy Mother and Lady Kira Hapiraki. Escaped prisoner alert. Police are asking the kingdom's subjects to be on the lookout for a male insurgent who escaped from Royal Penitentiary number 4 yesterday. That seems important, but we'll see, right? We'll see. Anyway, let's do some talking. What happened? What happened, Emma? Please, tell me everything you can. Well, basically, there was a murder during the riot as it was being performed last night. The victim is Tarost in me. Okay. The High Priest who was presiding over the rite. Wait, hold on. Last night? Did we get him added? Yes. Tarost in me, age 42. Karine, High Priest in charge of the rites of Lady Kira, killed during the purification rite. Got it. And Emma Sky, who is inexplicably here. Wait, hold on. Last night? You mean to tell me an entire day's passed since the purification rite? That's right, sir. You passed out for a whole day from your back pain. I never knew my back's like a ticking time bomb. I better take better care of it. The murder took place at the inner sanctum where the rite was being held. The inner sanctum? All the way up there? It's the place where the spirit of Lady Kira is enshrined. It's through the gate over there, and up at the top of the mountain stair just beyond. Oh, so that's why everyone is offering their prayers in that direction. Abbot Inmi and Miss Maya went up to the inner sanctum to begin the rite. Just after they finished the prayer, you fainted in the middle of. So, who did you think killed the High Priest? Unfortunately, Maya is our sole suspect right now. During the rite, the inner sanctum was off limits to the general public. So then, only the High Priest and Maya could have been there when the murder occurred? Right. Plus, the inner sanctum is on the side of a very steep mountain. The only way up there is the stairway that starts here at the Plaza of Devotion. So that's why she's been arrested. Also, the crime scene was only discovered after Maya came down alone. She's the one who told the worshippers in the plaza that the high priest was dead. And she made a police statement to that effect. So she was the first one to discover the body. Well, that definitely doesn't help. It makes it even less likely that someone else was there at the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, sir, are you going to defend Miss Maya?
Yes, of course. There's no way she killed anyone.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. She's been framed. But this is really something else, huh, Mr. Wright? I mean, who'd have thought you'd have to take on that horrible court again?
Yeah. Hey, she's got bells on, too. I never noticed that. Tell me about it. I never thought I'd have to go through another trial. Where the divination seance determines all. Defense lawyers are unwelcome. Let's talk about you, Emma. So, what brings you here, Emma? Back in the US, I was working a case with an international prosecutor from Karine. He told me this is where I could see the latest techniques in international forensic science. I can't believe I fell for it. I mean, just look at this place. Like we've gone back in time. Yeah, I can't say I've been impressed with the police work I've seen so far. Forensic techniques, you mean like literal sorcery? Still, he said he takes on cases from around the world, so maybe next time he'll have one in a major city somewhere. Sounds like this prosecutor is taking a liking to you, Emma. After all, it's not every day a prosecutor takes a detective with them overseas. Okay, so it's going to be Nayuta again? Okay. I wonder. He's calm and kind, and almost always has a smile on his face. But it's hard to tell what he's really thinking. This international prosecutor, is he the one who handled Trucy's case? Yes, he is! I take it he'll be the prosecutor on this one, too. Yes, Prosecutor Sadmati has already been assigned.
Prosecutor Sadmati? Bokuka!
You know him, Albie?
Of course, everyone in Karine does.
He's a highly revered individual, both as a prosecutor and a monk.
If you go up against Prosecutor Sadmati, you'll incur the Holy Mother's wrath.
But it's my job to, as a lawyer.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Just great. A prosecutor who's also a revered monk in a deeply religious country. This trial's shaping up to be even more uniquely Karinese than the last one. I'm not sure I should be saying this, but he's a formidable opponent. Yeah, I heard Apollo had a really tough time. So I'd better give it everything I've got. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Emma. They treat lawyers like criminals here. Come to think of it, Prosecutor Sadmati mentioned something to that effect. Again, how did you not look this up? I'm not sure how much I can help, but I'll do what I can. Really? Are you sure you aren't going to get in trouble for helping the enemy? Ugh. He did come down to me pretty hard when I tried to help Trucy in that last trial. Let's just say I'll help where I can. Thanks, but don't go getting yourself in trouble on my account, okay? Especially because there's some mob boss-looking guy in charge of the justice system here who all but threatened my life if I keep poking things too much. So, yeah. Prosecutor Sadmati sounds pretty strict. So first things first, let's start with this. Hot off the press, it's the High Priest's autopsy report. Terust's autopsy report added to the court record. Okay? Cause of death was blood loss from an abdominal wound delivered by a bladed weapon. The victim bled to death from a deep stab wound to the abdomen. The murder weapon is believed to be Lady Kira's Warbad dagger. The Warbad dagger. What is it good for? Stabbing people? Yeah. It's used during the rite. However, the dagger has yet to be found. Lady Kira's dagger, huh? I think Maya mentioned something about a dagger. Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with a wicked dagger? Yeah. Alright, whatever floats your boat. Huh. And isn't that rebel hunter posing as Lady Kira also armed with a dagger? Of course, hers must be a replica, right? Would it be okay for me to go take a look at the crime scene, Emma? The police have already wrapped up their investigation, but the location itself is off limits to the general public, so I'm not sure. Emma, please! I'm begging you! Just like the police, I need access if I'm to mount a viable defense. Alright then. Leave it to me. I'll explain the situation to Prosecutor Sedmati and the police later. Thanks, Emma. You have quite a climb ahead of you, so be sure to watch your step. Wait, you're not coming with me? Oh no, I'm not climbing up there again. No way. Is it really that bad? I wonder if my back can handle it. You get to go to the inner sanctum? Oh, you're so lucky, Mr. Wright. Why don't you join me, Albie? That's crazy talk, sir. If a commoner like myself were to set foot in there, I'd surely be cursed for all eternity. Because the inner sanctum is off limits for you, huh? Oh well, guess I'll just have to face this all by my lonesome. By the way, what about all the people still praying here? Aren't they gonna go home? The customs of this rite require that they not move from this spot until tomorrow afternoon. It doesn't faze them to have police milling about. Some of them are even off-duty cops. Wow, I guess this is what it's like to live in a deeply religious society, huh? Detention center or the inner sanctum? Let's go to the detention center first. Oh, this is a different looking detention center. May 10th, detention center. Looks like Maya is still being questioned. I'll just have to come back again later. Alright. Inner sanctum. May 10th, inner sanctum. Here we are. Hey, is that, Yep, it is. It's really high up and really, really cold. What did I do to deserve this? At least I made it. I'd better get started while I can still feel my fingers. Huh? Who's that? It kind of looks like... Yeah, it's... Yeah. Excuse me. Ah, it's you! Hello. Do you even know where you are, Barbed Head? Of course I do. May I ask you why you're here, Your Benevolence? I came to pray for the High Priest's soul. But what are you doing here? This is one of the most sacred spots in Kurinism. Unscrupulous lawyers such as you have no business being here. But I'm not unscrupulous. Quiet. You dared to find fault with my insights every turn the last day. She's still sore about that trial? I'm sorry I owned you with facts and logic. As a matter of fact, look at this. What is that badge you bear? It's a sunflower pin. They're quite popular in my country. It is rather cute, I must say. Actually, it's just my attorney's badge. Oh, so you mean it would have actually been worth more as a cheap accessory? My profession is worth more than $1.20, you know. That's right. Investigating the incident. As you know, Your Benevolence, a murder has occurred, and I need to investigate. But we know the killer is one of your own. in my country, suspects are innocent until proven guilty. Well, kind of. Plus, she is a serious student of spirit channeling who came here to study. So, she can't at least give her a chance to explain what happened? All practitioners from overseas are big phony balonies. And her wish to train in the homeland of spirit channeling is but a bid for prestige. Ugh, seems like nothing I say will convince her otherwise, thanks to that last trial. I do like that she resorts to extremely bizarre outbursts when she's very upset. Tweedledum and Tweedledee really did a number on her impression of foreigners. The defense. As the defense attorney on this case, I really need to investigate this crime scene. And I need to do it now. I've been authorized by the police, so... What's this? You intend to make a mockery of our sacred hall of justice once more? No, I simply want to defend my client. Which means you have come to forge evidence, then. I knew all lawyers were criminals. I must now redouble my vigilance. Ouch, that's unfair. Who taught you to demonize a whole group of people anyway? My mother and father. Do you have an issue with their parental guidance? No, I would never dare criticize the royal couple. That's a great expression there. I still can't imagine what the lawyers here must have done to garner such hatred. Oh ho! I just had the most wonderful idea, barbed head. Why do I have a bad feeling about that glint in her eye? What is your idea? So, what's this most wonderful idea of yours? If you are to investigate this murder, then I shall oversee your every move, so as to prevent any misdeeds, naturally. I knew it. She's gonna be our companion. What? You want to follow me around the entire time? Of course. Not that I want to, mind you. And I will not tolerate any objections. Understood? She can't do this to me. What was that, Bob Ted? Oh, no, it's nothing. It's nothing. Very well, then. Let us get this investigation over with. We mustn't stay here in the inner sanctum a moment longer than necessary. Please don't rush me. It is not without reason that I insist on a speedy investigation, barbed head. I am a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, you see, who guides the people of Kurine. As such, I must not sully myself with the blood of battle that Lady Kira bears. The blood of battle? If it's that big of a problem, why don't you head on down now? I won't do anything, I promise. No, lawyers never to be trusted. Now, make haste, so that we may leave here soon. Oh, and one more thing. What now? Your victory the other day was but a stroke of fortune. But this time, my insights shall reveal the absolute truth. So brace yourself for a defeat most bitter, lawyer. I will. Now, can I get on with my investigation? As long as you know where we stand. I'd better hurry up and poke around for clues before she changes her mind. Alright. Let's talk about the Inner Sanctum for a minute. Could you tell me more about this place, Your Benevolence? I have nothing to say to you, lawyer. Is that because you don't actually know much about it? You ill-mannered... I am the Crown Princess of Kurine. There is nothing I do not know. Nena. Whoa, where'd she come from? Hey, no cheating! Silence, barbed head. Nena's knowledge is my knowledge. End of discussion. What is she, your pocket internet? This spring is where Lady Kira came to cleanse her body of the blood of battle. And today is Purification Rite is a ceremony that traces its origins back to those days. Cleansing Lady Kira's robe in this sacred water lends one courage for the next battle. I see. Thank you for that excellent explanation. Commoners are normally barred from here, except for the day of the rite. Who normally controls the access to this place? The High Priest and his family are responsible for that. The High Priest and his family, huh? Let's talk about that. Also, Nana has the spirit of the seed paycheck guy in Final Fantasy VIII. Even though all of time and space got compressed, he's still delivering the checks. Could you tell me about the High Priest and his family? Abbot Inmei lived with his wife and his disciple, Acolyte Pure Zealot? Pure Zealot? Okay. A young man the couple took into their home upon finding him near our kingdom's border. Speaking of his wife, isn't she the one who usually plays the role of Lady Kira? Yes. But as she is with child, the role was appointed to someone else. The killer no doubt offered to stand in as she saw it as a chance to slay the High Priest. No, you have it backwards. He was the one who asked Maya to stand in. Then that braggart must have embellished her qualifications. I'm really not sure how she could. Besides, why didn't you stand in for the High Priest's wife then? Did I not tell you before? As a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, the role of Lady Kira is forbidden to me. Okay. Explain. For those descended of her holiness must not defile their bodies with the blood of battle. Oh yeah, you did say that, didn't you? I should probably talk with High Priest's wife and Acolyte Zealot later, too. Yep. Sounds like a good plan. So let's look at this bloody bird over here. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Wait a minute. I recognize that. Hey, isn't this Lady Kira's robe? Oh, Holy Mother. Lady Kira's robe is... I know how you feel, but we should leave it as it is to preserve the crime scene. You imbecile! This is the actual robe Lady Kira once wore. It is? What the heck is it made of? I mean, nothing should look this good after a few hundred years. Enough. If I say it's the actual robe, it is the actual robe. So it's not. That foul murderer shall not get away with this. It is tough to see a piece of history sloppily tossed on the ground like this, though. It even looks like it's been mended a number of times. So is it the robe that got the Ship of Theseus treatment? This robe kind of smells. How dare you insult such a sacred piece of clothing like that? No, I meant that it smells like incense. Oh, I see. The scent you detected is from the sacred incense used to purify Lady Kira's robe. Whenever a rite is to be performed, the robe is first scented with sacred incense. If this still smells like incense now, the scent must have been much stronger last night when the victim was killed. That's probably important then. I know we're going to do another one of those water flashback things, so that's probably important for that. What do we got here? A bloodstained scrap of paper. Looks like some kind of note or letter, perhaps. But it's written in Chinese, so I can't read a lick. Let me see that. Once the flame is lit, then... will be... This is simply impossible to read. Ooh, wait. What is it? This stamp in the lower right. It's the mark of those insurgents. The Defiant Dragons. The rebel group? What's it doing here? Is there some kind of a connection between the High Priest and the rebels? Uh-oh. Was the High Priest one of them rebels? A giant bloodstain makes it impossible to read in full. I bet it was instructing someone to throw a pot of gravy at something. Real Phoenix Wright OGs will remember that one. Whoa, what do we look at next? Let's look at the bloody bird. Whoa, this is blood. This is a statue of a warbad? The bird on which Lady Kira based her appearance. A warbad, huh? Okay, our warbad. And all of this blood is from the High Priest, huh? He no doubt embraced the statue in the hope that Lady Kira would save him from death. May his soul rest in peace. Considering the amount of blood, he must have been stabbed with considerable force. But there's no way Maya could be strong enough to deliver such a blow. Yep. Is this blood? It's been stained red by the High Priest's blood. The spring shall run red upon Lady Kira's return. What's that from? An old legend. Wait, does that mean that the rebel hunting Lady Kira in the newspaper is the real deal? Nah, that's crazy talk. Yeah, that would be a little crazy. Oh, wait a minute. This one is not lit. That one is lit. Interesting. Oh, no, it is lit. It's a lantern, huh? And it's still lit. Of course it is. The sacred flame and the 4 lanterns here have burned for centuries. Anyone who extinguishes even one of them would be put to death immediately. So that's why they're outfitted with glass wind guards. Still, I'd better keep my distance, just in case. So the moon and these lanterns were the only sources of light up there that night? The rite is performed by the light of the full moon, because moonlight is a purifying force. I see. No touching! I wasn't going to! Looks like that about does it for this area. Alright, what about this big mural up here? What an amazing wall painting. So this is Lady Kira. Do you see that red mark upon her brow? That is the character for death in Kirainese. It is a mark of resolve to fight to the end. There are many different marks we make on our bodies, each with a different meaning. Huh, interesting. Come to think of it, you have marks on your face, your benevolence. So did the High Priest. The High Priest's marks are those of a monk, while mine are of a royal priestess. All members of the Kirainist clergy have such marks upon them. The shape and location of the marks vary in accordance to conditions like status and age. And all records about them are kept at Temple. So it's kind of like a national ID registry, huh? Alright, Tarust's autopsy report was updated. Alright, cause of death was blood loss from an abdominal wound delivered by a bladed weapon. Okay. Is that a weapon in her hand? Yes, it is. Lady Kira's dagger. The very same one used in the rite. It is made to resemble a warbod, the bird Lady Kira fashioned herself after. So that dagger is the weapon that took the High Priest's life. If you wish to know more about Lady Kira, you need but ask. I get the feeling she's going to be super relevant to this case. I should definitely ask the princess for more details later. Yep, Phoenix, you got it. What about this rock over here? This mountain faces like a towering wall. There are characters carved into it, but I have no idea what they mean. There is a prison at the apex of this mountain. A prison? Way up there? It is said that Lady Kira laid those she defeated to rest atop this mountain, so that their souls would not spawn evil spirits. I'm feeling queasy just thinking about being all the way up there. And the fact that it's a prison just makes it worse. Is it like an actual prison currently being used, or is it like an old prison not being used? That's what I want to know. And, yeah. I've been playing through Kunitsugami, so I know what it's like to, not to have evil spirits spawn on a mountain. That lantern looks broken, but it's hard to make out the details from this angle. I'll take a closer look when I'm in a better spot. Like this? Is there anything... Oh yeah, this rock. This rock must have fallen from higher up in the mountain. It's like the perfect perch for taking a peek over that curtain. Well, up I go. Wow, what an incredible view. It almost boggles the mind. Get down from there this instant. Right, sorry, I'll be right down. It looks like the inner sanctum is just slightly higher up from the top of that mountain. I guess that confirms that the stairs from the Plaza of Devotion are the only way up here. Unless somebody climbed the mountain. Oh, we can look on this side? It's a statue of a bird. I guess I'll take a closer look at it. What is this? Look, the bird's missing its eye. I feel sorry for the poor fella. Are you the one who took it? Of course not. This statue has been here for ages. I suppose some damage is to be expected. I shall ask my mother to have it repaired. No wonder there are no lawyers left. I'd leave too if I were always treated like this. I don't think I'll find anything else of interest around here. Huh? The snow around that lantern to the left looks strange. Maybe I should take a look around. Yeah? Is this the better way to look at it? Yes. That lantern looks broken, but it's hard to make out the details. Okay. So is this the better angle to look at it? I think I'd better go take a closer look. Yeah, why is this all melted? There's no snow here. Maybe it was removed because it would interfere with the Rite? The day before the Rite, the temperature in this area plunged below freezing. Even the Plaza of Devotion was covered in a layer of white frost. Must be the elevation. It wasn't all that cold back in town, as I recall. And what about the broken lantern? This lantern is damaged. The wind guard is completely broken. Damaged? Was this your doing? No, I didn't even touch it. Then perhaps a falling rock struck it. I will request that it be repaired when we are finished here. Of course, I doubt you will live long enough to see it restored. I'll be back to take a look. You'll see. Snow has obviously been cleared away here, and that lantern is broken. I still have that camera I brought to take pictures of my trip. I should snap one of this area here, just in case. Inner sanctum photo. Nice. Alright. Nothing else particularly interesting here. What else we got going on? During the Rite, the inner sanctum was fully enclosed by this ritual curtain, making this case something of a locked room mystery. Yep. Got one of them. The entrance was shut during the Rite. The purification rite is akin to a bathing ritual for Lady Kira. Therefore, it must be closed off from the outside world. Oh, so the inner sanctum is like her private bathroom? Indeed. So see to it that you keep it clean. This flap in the center acts as the ritual curtain's door, but that's about it. Eek. And what was that shrill scream for just now? It's just I'm afraid of heights. I didn't notice that I was climbing up, but now that I can see all the way down, ugh. I guess that flight of stairs from the Plaza of Devotion really is the only way up or down. Well, we've confirmed that twice now, so I'm wondering. Why would we confirm that twice if it wasn't going to be relevant and probably be subverted? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Alright, we're doing a 90s adventure game, scrubbing over everything to make sure that we've found all the pixels we need to hunt. And I believe we have. So let's talk to you some more about Lady Kira. So could you tell me more about this Lady Kira? As an outsider, I suppose your ignorance is all but unavoidable. Whatever happened to you need but ask. Nina? Give me a lore dump. Lady Kira was the Holy Mother's younger sister. But unlike her older sister, she lacked the ability to channel spirits. However, it is said that none could equal her skill with the dagger. The dagger? Well, this became relevant fast. The Holy Mother guides our souls, and Lady Kira keeps the peace with her dagger. Lady Kira was prepared to die for her people. She cloaked herself in a sacred battle robe and concealed her face as her sister did. Okay, but who was she fighting against? Throughout our history, we have been set upon by rebels. Now is no different. For our enemy now is the Defiant Dragons, led by that insurgent, Dirk. So Lady Kira played a role akin to the police, huh? Yes, she played a lot of great music. So what's with the bird imagery? Lady Kira's robe is fashioned in the likeness of a warbard. It is a fearsome bird that is unique to Kurine. I see. And what about the recent rebel hunter Lady Kira? Who do you think she is? I have heard about her, but I have yet to ascertain the truth. However, I believe her to be a vigilante. Or, more precisely, a patriot. So even Princess Rafa doesn't know the true identity of the rebel hunter, huh? She sounds more like the CIA. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good point, because she's like, operates above the law and just does stuff. Alright, is that it? Are we done? What's in the notes? Investigate the crime scene still, okay? Did that give us any new information to look at, maybe? I don't think so. No, I didn't. Making this something of a locked room mystery. Yes. Yes. Yeah, we got all this before, so... We can't talk to you about any more subjects. If we went to the detention center, does anything change? No, but you're with me, are you? Anything at Temple? No. Albie's back there, though. Oh, and, Emma's there? Okay. So there must be some more stuff to look at. Is there anything new based off of what we learned? Not really. Not really. Well, that's good to know, at least. Let's keep checking. No? I am not sure what it wants me to investigate still. Unless we can go down to the Plaza of Devotion and look around. Can we? Looks like we kinda can. Let's see if there's anything worth looking at here. To think I would witness a lawyer being allowed to pass through this sacred gate. Yeah, well, I wouldn't unless I had to. Those stairs were brutal to climb. What's this? Do you even know how many monks would give their lives to pass through that gate? Be thankful for the great honor you have been afforded. Yes, your benevolence. Alright, what is this? Albie said these are called prayer flags, and the prayers written on them are carried throughout the kingdom by the wind. Now, if I were to pray for something, it would be for me to not get dragged into any more trouble than I already have been. That's good. Hey, this guy. Let's talk to this guy. Acolyte Zealot is still focused on his prayers. Is not such devotion worthy of commendation? Still, he has not yet learned of the High Priest's death. When I think of how he will learn of it once his prayers are over. Yeah, it does seem cruel, doesn't it? Unless you're the culprit. They're still praying? Now that's really something. It's called their absolute devotion to Lady Kira. But you don't have to pray to her. You don't have to pray to her, your benevolence? Our customs dictate that I must never associate myself with Lady Kira in any way. Instead, it is my duty to offer my prayers and dance to the Holy Mother every day. Why don't you try offering up a dance or two? I think you'll find it quite uplifting. No thanks. I'm good. Nice. Well, is that it then? It might be. Alright, anything new to talk about with Emma? Not really. So, I mean, what am I missing at the Inner Sanctum? Because it seems like there's something that they want me to look at still. Yeah, it says investigate the crime scene. Alright, Purification Rite murder. Purification Rite. Maya was arrested for being there. Yes. And we've looked at those. We've noted that. We've noted the rock. We've noted the fact that one of the lanterns was broken. We've noted the rock that shows us over there. We've noted the melted snow that was a bit suspect. What about over here? Have we noted that one of the eyes is missing, which is interesting, but I don't know how that's going to pan out, because it definitely has the other eye there. Yeah, right there. It's got the other eye, but one of the eyes is gone, which is odd. Alright. The Inner Sanctum. Yeah, we're there. I'm guessing still nothing. Any ideas? Let's do that. The killer must have been the one they call Maya Fey. There can be no other. You never know. It's still pretty early in the investigation. She has spent time in the company of lawyers, so she must have a wicked soul. Thanks for reminding me how much people like me are hated in this country. It is only by the Holy Mother's mercy that you are allowed to investigate this sacred place. Remember that, and give thanks to Her Holiness for this great blessing at once. Oh, thank you, Your Holy Motherness. That didn't come out right. That seemed a little insincere. Shall we halt the investigation immediately? No, wait, I'm grateful. Really? I wonder. This is gonna be worse than walking on holy eggshells. What to do? Well, are you going to conduct your investigation or not? I will. It's just... Are you gonna keep following me around like this? Of course. Unless you intend to do something you feel the need to hide. No, I do everything by the book. Then get on with it. I am not doing this for fun, you know. I, too, have many duties I need to attend to. And why don't you go do them instead of hovering over me? What is that look you're giving me? Am I perhaps being bothersome? No, don't be absurd. You're being incredibly bothersome. Alright, so that hasn't given me anything super helpful, but we will continue our investigation. So let's see. We're gonna head back to the Inner Sanctum and look around. See what we might be missing. So let's see, we got the letter, Inner Sanctum photo, ritual curtain. Yep. May 9th. Yeah, I think I'm trying to think of like what possibly we could have missed here. But I can't think of anything. Let's see. Let's head back down to the Plaza of Devotion here. And Well, none of these work, right? Because it'll just be, yeah. Yeah, it's just the same conversation again. So Emma has nothing to say, really. And Albie's here again, because we're repeating the conversation from last time. Yep. And we got the autopsy report from last time. Quite the long conversation here that I've started, that we already read. All right. All right, we're gonna head back because I think. Let's see. What is? Have we looked at that? Mountain. Okay, she did explain the whole. There's a prison up there. Yeah. Doing the right. Yeah. Yep. Oh. Hang on. I totally missed this. What is this? Huh? There's something hanging off of the ritual curtain there. What? Those look like those prayer flags down at the Plaza of Devotion. Oh, did somebody use that as a rope ladder? Except they are arranged like no prayer flags I have ever seen. How so? All of these flags have been sewn together. Hey, you're right. Like they're one big banner now. There is something written on a piece of it. Donated by Tarrust Inme. It seems this piece is from a donation Abbot Inme made at some point. Sanctum prayer flags added to the court record. All right. Interesting. That about does it for the inner sanctum. Okay, so that's what we were missing. Nice. I should probably head back to the Plaza of Devotion and let Emma know I'm done. After all, she's the one putting her neck on the line for me to investigate this place. Alright. We already talked to you. The music has changed. May 10th. Plaza of Devotion. Wow, they're still praying? The religious devotion of our people is the pride of our kingdom. Come what may, they will continue to pray until tomorrow afternoon. Well, I will say this. This level of devotion is certainly to be respected. Now to find Emma. Who's this? You there, wait. I want to ask you something. Okay. Do you know me? And do I know you? Well, I'm Phoenix. Phoenix Rite. I'm a lawyer. No! I want to know if you know who I am. Huh? How should I know? I've never even seen you before. This guy's acting really strange. I wonder if he has amnesia or something. I should talk to him a little more, just in case he's connected to this case somehow. Now, who is this guy? Why don't you look at my attorney's badge? My head. Are you okay? Did he remember something? My head is so itchy. Please be Larry. Oh, that would be amazing. It would be amazing if it was. What is with this guy? All right. Who are you? Are you having trouble remembering who you are? I'm sorry if I offended you. What? Ooh, I thought he was gonna pull a weapon on me. He's eating lizards? But he's just pulling some snack out one after another. I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to do. I know it's something important. Do you now know this man or something? Bobbed head. No, I just said I've never seen him before, didn't I? Are you Lady Kira? You know of Lady Kira? Then you are Kurinese, I take it. Maybe. Wait, are those lizards he's eating? What? You want one? No, thanks. I just ate. Ah, now I remember. Get a load of this. What? Well? What? Well, what? I believe he suffers from a far more serious malady than mere memory loss. No good, huh? I guess I'll try somebody else. So, who was that man and what did he want, Barbed Head? I wish I knew. Hey, Mr. Wright. What now? Oh. What's wrong? I didn't surprise you that badly, did I? Oh no, it's nothing. Actually, I've been looking for you. I wanted to tell you, I investigated the crime scene. I hope it wasn't too much trouble getting my investigation of the Inner Sanctum approved. Oh, it was fine. Prosecutor Sadmati gave his okay straight away. Huh. He seems like a rather fair-minded prosecutor. He said that you'd probably give up once you saw the crime scene for yourself. And that moving on before the trial began would be the smartest thing to do. He must be feeling really confident about his case. Moving on. So his thing is give up and move on, interestingly enough. Well, just so you know, I have no intention of giving up. I figured. That's why I've prepared a little gift for you. I thought it might help your investigation. Here, it's all yours. Is that the Holy Luminol? I wanted to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools, but they were confiscated at the airport. Luminol testing fluid. This actually might come in handy. Also, I made a copy of the crime scene photo for you. Thanks. All of this will definitely come in handy. Oh, wow. So this is what the High Priest's body looked like after the murder. So, he got stabbed in the stomach, maybe? And then he fell into the water and it turned red. I'll keep this along with the picture I took at the crime scene. Inner Sanctum photo updated in the court record. Oh, yeah! They're done questioning Maya. Really? I should go pay her a visit then. Poor Maya. She must be feeling pretty lonely. I should let her know that I'll be defending her, too. Oh, shoot. Look at the time. I have to get going. You sure seem busy. That's because his ephemeral holiness is a real slave driver. His ephemeral holiness? Prosecutor Sadmati. He's like the world's hardest riddle, wrapped in a flowy sash. I keep wondering if it's just a clash of cultures type of thing, you know? Like, he'll ask the most insane things of me without batting a single long eyelash of his. This prosecutor Sadmati sounds like he's used to holding some serious clout. Why did I have such bad luck with prosecutors? First it was the glimmerous fop, and now that I'm finally rid of that grating, bling-loving Europhile, I get this guy. Hey, don't talk about Clavier like that. Clavier is a hero in this household. Oh no, now I'm really gonna be late. He'll probably make me listen to one of those really long sutras again. I'll see you later. He makes her listen to sutras? Sounds like Emma's got it pretty rough too. She does not appreciate Prosecutor Sadmati's sutras. What ingratitude. It appears that she too is lacking in religious devotion. I don't think that's what the problem is here. Besides, Emma's not even a Kurinist. Yeah, you want to tell me what to do? Let's go to the detention center now and see. Aha! Alright. May 10th, Detention Center. Nick, I knew you'd come. Maya, she sure looks tired. How are you holding up? It wasn't me, but no one will believe me. Ugh. I have to admit, I'm still a bit in shock. Who'd have thought you'd get caught up in something like this? And so far from home. Who'd have thought it? Come on. Maya. But I'm going to defend you, so hang in there. We can do this if we work together. Yeah, me. Yeah, right. I would have thought it. Yes. And you did think it. This is all my fault. I mean, you came to Khura'in just to visit me. We hadn't seen each other in ages, and then this happens. I haven't simmered this down in ages either. Come on, remember who you're talking to. Besides, I'd thought you'd be used to being the usual suspect by now. Ah! He acknowledged it! He acknowledged it! I guess you're right. And you've saved me each and every time. Yep, so just tell me everything you can and let's go from there. Bobhead, stop stalling and go straight to the matter of true import. We know she is the murderer, therefore it is time for her confession. Your benevolence! What brings the royal priestess to a place like this? I am watching over this lawyer to keep him from tampering with anything in this case. Now, out with it. Confess to your crime. Please, your benevolence, could you please take it down a notch or 3? Maya, please tell me what you can. I know this must be difficult, but anything you can remember might help. Sure, okay. Let's talk the incident. I didn't kill the high priest. I wouldn't even dream of it. I mean, he always treated me so well. Abbot Inmi was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. Well, okay, if a guy like Peace, Love, and Understanding was able to become the head monk at Temple, my automatic opinion of their judges of character has gone down quite a bit. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions. How could I ever kill someone like that? He sounds like a really good person. I think I would have liked him. It was so much fun. I got to enjoy meals with his family and everything. And his wife was a master of Khura'inese cuisine. I have never eaten better in my life. It's like they were her family. And home away from home in this foreign land. They must have been a source of comfort, what with being here for training all alone. But what? I can't completely deny the charge either. Huh? As I suspected, the snake has shown her true colors at last. Your benevolence, please. I'm trying to figure out what really happened here. So what do you mean you can't completely deny the charge? Well, during the purification rite, I suddenly got really, really sleepy. The next thing I knew, Abbot Inmi was, you suddenly got sleepy. So then you didn't actually see the high priest get murdered? No, I didn't, but if I was possessed by some crazed spirit while I was asleep, then... What an excuse. How dare you pin your crime on another person's soul? Yeah. Be honest, what you call training is but an extended vacation in reality. And that training here is simply for prestige. No, it's not like that at all. Let's talk about training. I'm training to become the master of the Khura'in channeling technique. A neophyte practitioner such as you become a channeling master? I think not. The spiritual power required is beyond the means of an outsider like you. Rafa seems to really hate fakers. But Maya does actually have the power to channel spirits. I should let Rafa know. Your benevolence, I wouldn't call Maya a neophyte because she can already... Wait, Nick! What? Can I talk to you for a second? Why is she whispering all of a sudden? I want to keep my spirit channeling ability a secret while I'm here, Nick. What? Why? I'll, explain later. Just keep it a secret for now, okay? If you say so. What's that all about? I want to know, too. What is all that whispering about over there? Oh, it's nothing, really. I'll have to ask about this later when Princess Rafa's not around. Oh, I almost forgot. Nick? Yes? About Abbot Inmi's murder. There was something I noticed that I thought strange. Oh? What you noticed? So, what was it you noticed? Well, you probably won't believe me, but why don't you let me be the judge of that? Okay, so, you know that spring? The spring? You mean the pool in front of the Warbod statue? Yes, that. The water in there was dark red. And when I say dark red, I mean blood red. Oh, that? Yeah, I saw it too. You did? Yeah, the high priest's blood turned it red. What? No, that's not what I meant. Oh, you mean it was before? The spring was red before he was killed. Wait, what? Wait, so it was already red? Even before the high priest was killed? Yeah, I noticed it during the purification rite, just before I passed out. It's just like the ancient legend says. What ancient legend? The spring shall run red upon Lady Kira's return. Copper deposit. Oh, that's an interesting thought. Yeah. I just got done, well, not technically just, but I played Triangle Strategy earlier this year, and I'm thinking like, oh no, it's gonna be holy salt. That's how it goes anyway. Hold on. Yes, there is a legend about the inner sanctum that says just that. But the water runs red this time thanks to the murder. The police investigation confirmed it. Perhaps your eyes were deceived by the lantern light reflecting off of the water. I don't think that was it, though. An ancient legend, huh? I wonder if it's connected to this murder somehow. Maya's statement. So on the day of the rite, the water in the spring was already stained red when Abbot Inmi and Maya arrived at the inner sanctum. Interesting. Nick? Yes? So, actually, there's one more thing. What's up with Maya? She keeps looking over at her benevolence like she's worried what Rafa will think. One more thing. Yeah, tell us about this one more thing. There's something I want to show you. There is? I found this at the inner sanctum after I came to. Is this a letter? It's in Koreanese, but it looks like one of those like letters that have newspaper clippings taken out. See that stamp on the far left at the end of the letter? Does it look familiar? Oh, is that the one on this mask? This red stamp here. That's the mark of Lady Kira. Oh, right. It looks just like the mark on her forehead. Lady Kira, you say? Let me see that. What? Why, this is... What? What does it say? Do not perform the rite. I know what you are planning, Lady Kira. That sounds like a threat or a warning. Whoever's pretending to be Lady Kira is pressuring the high priest to stop the rite. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me too. Nick, do you think... Wait! First, there's that ancient legend. The spring shall run red upon Lady Kira's return. Now, there's also Lady Kira's warning. Plus, with the Warbod dagger being eyed as the murder weapon, don't tell me. That's why she has to be the real deal. It gives me chills just thinking about it. I bet Lady Kira's spirit possessed the sacred robe or something. Don't tell me. You actually believe that the real Lady Kira returned to kill the high priest? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? Historical figures don't come back to life. I mean, give me a break. That's like the Mystery Science Theater. Who could believe that a man could ever return from the dead? Just a few million Christians. But you were saying only yesterday how it was more fun to believe that she's the real deal. Yeah, yesterday. I wish I could keep on entertaining that fantasy too. But the fact is, we're dealing with a murder here. Thus, my days of dreaming have come to an end. I'm gonna keep it real from now on, and you should too, Nick. I thought you said I was the boring one because I was keeping it real. Sorry, I guess I've outgrown that step-ladder argument we always have. I think you mean ladder, Maya. Oh! One last time. One last time. Pouring out for the step-ladders. So what do you mean by keeping it real? Oh, So you know how someone is dressing up like Lady Kira and capturing rebels, right? Oh, you mean the rebel hunter Lady Kira in the papers? Yeah, that one. I think that's who probably sent this warning. What nonsense is this? You dare to suggest that Abbott in me was slain by Lady Kira? You nincompoop! Eh? The rebel hunter is sure to be a vigilante who loves this kingdom. And it is that patriotism that led them to cloak their identity in the guise of Lady Kira. Such a patriot would never slay the high priest. I guess it's only natural for Princess Rafa to see it that way, but I can't let it go at that. Besides, why would such a vigilante want to stop the purification rite in the first place? I haven't figured that one out yet. I rest my case. Still, if this rebel hunter had a compelling enough reason, they might have killed the high priest after he ignored their warning. You big dummy! You can't fool me! It was you who forged that warning letter. You are trying to shed your guilt onto our most sacred Lady Kira. Admit it. No, I never do such a thing. Now, your benevolence. Let's try to remain rational about this. Maya, did you show that letter to the police? No. I was afraid that it would anger everybody needlessly. So I was waiting to show it to you, Nick. And judging by her benevolence's reaction, I'd say Maya was right to be worried. Wait, what are... Yeah, what are those? There are a number of places on this letter where there are 3 holes in a row. Was it stapled? Are these supposed to be some sort of a message, too? Not that we'll be finding out anytime soon, I suspect. Alright, there are holes, so that's relevant. I noticed that, but I didn't know if it was important or not. Alright, accused, wrap it up. I guess they have more questions for me. Yeah, at least I have a better idea of what we're up against now. Nick, there's something I've been meaning to say. I don't need a lawyer this time. What? What are you talking about? It just, you know, they have that Defense Culpability Act here in Khura'in, right? Well, if I'm found guilty, you'll be charged with abetting a criminal. Maya, thanks for thinking of me, but... Don't worry, Maya. We'll pull through this together, somehow. We always have, haven't we? Yeah, but we're not in Kansas anymore, you know? True, but I've been through one trial here already. So I know what I'm getting myself into. We're gonna win this one, no matter what. Because I believe in your innocence. Yeah, I know. We've always won because of your faith in me. That's right. So it's all aboard the Phoenix Freedom Express. Actually, it was, oh, shoot. What was the train episode from the anime? I can't remember, but I do remember that the guy who owned it was named Avery Richman, which was just beautiful. Thank you, Nick. Well, I'll see you later. Bravado will not save you tomorrow, and by then it will be too late to ask for mercy. We're going to beat this charge. You'll see. I don't care to understand every single word that was spoken, but I don't like the sound of that Phoenix Freedom Express one bit. Wait, don't tell me you don't know what Freedom Express refers to. Ugh! Of course I know. Do not presume to know what I do not know. I'm no closer understanding why someone would want the High Priest dead. But given the use of the warp-bot dagger and the existence of that warning letter, I'd say the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira is the prime suspect. It might help if I knew a little bit more about this modern-day Lady Kira. I wonder if anyone has any info on them. Huh, maybe the first thing I should do is to go someplace where locals like to gather. You mean the bazaar? May 10th, Khura'in Bazaar. I guess the bazaar is as good a place to start as any. Now who should I... Huh? I see. So that is what a Freedom Express is. Consulting her pocket internet again, I see. Mr. Wright, that sounds like... Is Miss Maya okay? I believe her, Mr. Wright. I know she didn't do it. Do you now, boy? Your benevolence! You mustn't trust in lawyers, you... Are you not the accused from the last trial? Oh, what's wrong, Albie? Your benevolence speaks with the, You may speak in the vernacular, little monk. Now, what is your name? Yes, your benevolence. I'll be your guide, your benevolence. Know this, Albie. Your soul is only as clean or filthy as the company you keep. We should stop insinuating that all lawyers are trash. Please forgive me, your benevolence, but Mr. Wright is a very trustworthy man, and I trust him as a lawyer. Huh? What's this? I'm sorry. Forgive my insolence. If a common boy such as he can place his trust in lawyers, it can only be because of my failure at the Hall of Justice the other day. Oh, Mr. Wright, her benevolence is sunk into the ground. She must really feel responsible for what happened in court that day. Let's give her some breathing room for now. I'm sure she'll be back on her feet in no time. In the meantime, do you mind if I ask you some questions? Of course not. I'm always glad to help. Let's do it. Rebel Hunter. So what have you heard about the Rebel Hunter that was in the newspaper? Everyone's overjoyed at her appearance. They say she's the modern-day Lady Kira. So they're treating this Rebel Hunter like a mysterious protector of the people, huh? People have been on edge recently, what with that jailbreak and stuff. I sure hope they catch that escaped prisoner soon. Escaped prisoner? Yes, he was one of the vicious rebels that Lady Kira had captured. So there's a hardened criminal on the loose? That is bad news. Yes, but the modern-day Lady Kira is also super amazing. I mean, she takes down big, scary rebels all by herself. Yeah, that's not exactly something just anyone can do. Someone that strong could have easily overpowered and killed the High Priest. Huh. And what about that escaped prisoner, Albie? Yeah, let's talk about it. Escaped prisoner. So, what's the escaped prisoner supposed to be like? They say he's a vicious fiend who serves as Dirk's right-hand man. Wait. Dirk, as in the leader of that rebel group? Is it this guy? You can't see his face on account of his beard. Pretty suspicious if you ask me. No, I as much as I'm on the Larry train, I wonder if it's this guy. As in the leader of that rebel group? Yes, the escapee serves that dreadful master of the Defiant Dragons. They say the prisoner is a former soldier, and that he wields a big, scary knife. Rumor has it, he's a cold-blooded killer to boot. He sounds like a really dangerous man. He is, but the police still can't find him, even after an exhaustive search. Wait, I remember hearing about a prison. Yeah. The prison she referred to that's at the top of the mountain. Yeah, way up there? The prison is at the top of the Inner Sanctum's mountain, right? How did he even break out? No one really knows. He supposedly did it without any tools to speak of, too. Okay, I'm formulating a thought here. What if the abbot was a rebel and this ritual was partly... He was going to use part of this ritual to do a escape for the prisoner guy. And that the guy lost his memory as a result of it. I wonder. Some say he must have fallen to his death. Personally, I'd like to believe he did. Otherwise, something like that terrible incident might happen again. Terrible incident? Yeah, what about... Is it gonna have a bunch of numbers and letters attached to it? What was that about a terrible incident, Albie? It happened before I was even born, but... Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. And it was the rebel leader, Dirk, who did it. The previous queen was assassinated? That's kind of unsettling.
Think the priestess girl is the vigil. I don't know. That interesting thought for sure. That it's possible. It's possible. Yeah, the vigilante, because we haven't met any other characters yet. We'll have to see. But I really do think that guy is the escaped prisoner. Oh, it was the terrible deed of a heinous sinner. I mean, to take the life of such a gentle queen, only someone with a dark, defiled soul could have done that. They really take their queen seriously here, like god-worshipping level serious. It really would take someone pretty bold and blasphemous to assassinate one. These defiant dragon rebels are not afraid to do anything to accomplish their goals. That's why, with that escaped prisoner on the loose, who knows who might be killed next. So that's why the people of Kurine are so afraid of that escapee. And why they want the rebel hunter to take him out, along with the other rebels. So, is there anything else you can tell me about the rebel hunter, Lady Kira, Albie? I was just thinking there was something else, but what was it? Oh yeah, here. What is it? Shadow found it. Why, that's the Warbot arrow. You feeling better now, Your Benevolence? This is no time to be feeling sorry for myself, for I am the Crown Princess of Kurine. Now, let me see that boy. Yes, Your Benevolence. It looks very much like one of the legendary weapons Lady Kira once used in battle. A three-pronged arrow? I could swear I've seen something resembling that arrowhead recently. Where did Shadow find it, Albie? Near Abbot Inmi's house. Near the victim's house, huh? Something tells me I'd better look into this. Warbot arrow added to the court record. Okay, it resembles the three-pronged arrows once used by Lady Kira, discovered near the High Priest's home. Nice seeing Rafa getting some screen time. Actually, yes, I'm loving the fact that she's accompanying us because I didn't want her to end up being underdeveloped. And this seems so far pretty good. Albie, can I ask you to take me to the High Priest's house? Yes, of course. Come to think of it, he was married, wasn't he? And his wife is the one who usually plays the part of Lady Kira on the Purification Rite. I should probably talk to her, too. Hey, is that one of those birds right there? I was looking at that in the background. Allow me to explain. This bird is known as a warbod. It's only found here in Kurine. Oh, right, the bird Lady Kira based herself on. It's a really beautiful bird. Tourists must love it. They usually do. There's just one thing about it that's kind of hit or miss. Its unusual cry drives children to tears. It can even make some adults collapse in fear. Maybe they should keep such a fearsome creature in a less crowded area. Yeah, really. Okay, that's good to know. I think we're good here. Hey, Albie, let's talk about my badge real quick. Wow, what a beautiful badge! It's the attorney's badge we use in my country. Kind of looks like a sunflower to me. Yep, and I'm pretty sure there's even a reason for it. Please do explain, Mr. Wright. Maybe next time. I should have known he'd ask me to explain. Okay. That's good. High Priest's house. Let's go. May 10th, High Priest's house. Oh, this is where he woke up when he passed out. Hey, I recognize that fellow there on the picture. Is that the queen? And that's I have completely forgotten his name, so feel free to remind me. But it's the mob boss guy. Yeah. So this is where the High Priest lived. Wait a minute. This is where they brought me when my back gave out. And the woman in front of that altar, she must be the High Priest's wife. Let's see. And when I examine to talk to someone, I'm so sad that Herlock Sholmes isn't like hanging off the rafters or hiding in a closet or something. I guess we gotta examine her. Let's do it. Excuse me. Yes. May I help you? I was hoping to speak with the High Priest's wife. Are you her? Please forgive the intrusion, Lady Belieb. Belieb?
Oh, no. Wait, her name's Believe in Me? These pun names, dang it!
Oh, your benevolence.
Please, be at ease. What a terrible time this must be for you. I owe much to your husband. You have my deepest sympathies for your tragic loss.
You honor me with your kind words. Look, dear, the royal priestess has come to visit us. Yes, what's that? Oh, of course.
She's talking with his funeral picture? She doesn't look that pregnant either, by the way.
My husband, too, is delighted that the royal priestess has graced us with her presence.
You can speak with Abbot in me?
No, I don't possess the power to speak with the dead, but I can feel his presence.
What's that?
No, that can wait till later, dear.
What? She's definitely speaking with him.
So, your benevolence, what is it that brings you to my humble abode?
This lawyer is investigating your husband's death.
And I am watching him to ensure he does not tamper with any of the evidence.
I know this must be difficult, but could I ask you some questions? A good friend of mine has fallen under suspicion, you see.
A friend of yours? So then you must be Maya's friend from the States, correct?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but I'm still grieving. Isn't that right, dear? Yes, I know. Abbot Inmi and his wife were one of the closest and most loving couples in Karine. If she is not ready to talk, I will not allow you to press her any further.
She did just lose the love of her life. It would be incredibly insensitive of me to force answers out of her right now.
But I need to talk to her if I want to learn more about the High Priest. Plus, there's the warp bat arrow that Albie found near the house. There's too much I need to find out for me to leave just yet.
Would it be okay if I stayed here for a little while? Bobhead, have you not been listening to a word I said?
Look, your benevolence, I'm sorry for her loss, but I am running out of time. So what I will do is promise to leave if she doesn't change her mind. Please, let me talk to my husband about this. Yes, I know. No, don't. Not in front of the royal priestess. Now, if you would excuse me.
Oh, what the heck were they even talking about?
You have but poured salt on her wounds. This is precisely why you lawyers are so despised.
Ugh! I was just trying to help Maya's case. I didn't mean to hurt Miss Inmi.
Could it be that you actually possess a conscience?
Of course I do. But I'm also desperate for information.
So, what do you plan to do now?
Pass the time by looking around the room, I guess. And see if she changes her mind.
Just see that you do not touch anything you should not.
Guess I should watch what I touch then. Just in case Princess Rafa gets mad at me. Let's look around. What's this? What is this scary-looking spiky thing?
It is a floor cushion for heightening a practitioner's mental focus. Your ignorance astounds me. There was not a soul in Karine who would not recognize this.
A floor cushion? You mean you're supposed to sit on this?
How else would you suggest it be used?
It looks like a torture device to me. What's this? This looks like a wastebasket. Hey, there's an envelope sticking out.
Huh, there are 3 holes in a row near the top. Now, where have I seen holes like these before? Scrounging around in other people's garbage like some stray dog. You are a pitiful creature indeed.
What does it say here? Say what you will, but I've got a job to do.
It says to the High Priest. You cannot even read. You are even more pitiful than I had thought.
Thanks, and I will keep your words of wisdom in mind, your benevolence.
Guess I should have studied some Kurinese before I came.
I think you should have studied a lot about this country before you came, but whatever. So the envelope was addressed to the High Priest, huh? But it's empty. Still, there's something about it. I'd better hang on to it. Envelope added to the court record. All right. Wait, a Steel Samurai bag. There's a Steel Samurai patch on this bag. I guess the bag must be Maya's. She probably left it here while she was performing that rite. And what's this? Oh, it's a wanted poster for the rebel escapee everyone's talking about. What? Let me see that. That's Arabal? What? That's our ball? Is that what his name's supposed to be? That's Arabal, senior member of insurgent leadership and former paratrooper of a foreign land, wanted for crimes against the kingdom, considered armed and dangerous. So he's ex-military, huh? That's terrible. Oh! That might be. Yeah. That's a terrible name. It is. It is. His appearance alone exudes menace. He must be captured at once. That's terrible. That is terrible. Yes. Wanted poster added to the court record. Is something wrong? The bounty is 3 million damas, money that comes out of the people's tax payments. I shall have it lowered to about 1 million damas. You seem unexpectedly concerned with the people's welfare. Unexpectedly? How rude. Naina has always taught me that kingdoms that do not value their people come to ruin. As crown princess, it is only natural that I care for my people. How about sending some of that kindness this way? Well, I suppose I could. If you quit being a lawyer and paid taxes to our kingdom, that is. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Alright. This game looks kind of like checkers or chess. You mean to say you have never heard of Kachu Demal? No! No! Catch them all? Ah! No! I am gonna exit out of this game, I swear. I have heard people describe it as Kurai's chess. So 2 players take turns moving their pieces in a bid to capture the other's king? Not quite. In Kachudemal, the object is the utter annihilation of your opponent. Furthermore, each piece is a special move that can only be used once per game. Special moves? It sounds like a game right up Maya's alley. Kachudemal, eh? Pokemon, yep. Gotta present evidence. What's this? Is this a piece of art or some sort? What a beautiful orb. Is something the matter? Bobbed head, take 1 step back. Okay, done. Did you spot something? Yes, your dismal reflection. It was ruining the orb's beauty. Did you have to put it like that, your benevolence? Are you I'm pondering the orb there. That's not a Palantir, is it? Hey, there's a picture of the shrine. A poster of the mountains. Oh, the Inner Sanctum Mountain is featured against these other towering peaks. These beautiful mountains are known as the Roof of Kurine. Ah, and I see they have even included Mount Pony Pony in that poster. Mount Pony Pony? Is that the smaller peak to the left? Known as the Little Sanctum, it is just west of the Inner Sanctum. Is it not also beautiful? But I suppose a lawyer with a defiled soul such as you could not perceive such beauty. No, that's not true. I think it's absolutely stunning. Mountain range poster. Cool. And then what do we got here? A television. What? What? What show is this? It is the Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo-Twilight Realm. So they have a rip-off Steel Samurai show? It is based on Lady Kira and is the #1 action hero show in Kurine. The Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo-Twilight Realm? Oh my. The music is even like a bad version of the Steel Samurai theme. Yes, it is an entirely original show, created right here in our kingdom. I'm not so sure about its originality, given its overall look and that theme song. Is something the matter? Well, it's just, we have an action hero show back home that's really similar to this. I'm guessing this shows why Maya is so into Lady Kira. There's the real deal. Honestly, this theme song is the exact same one as Maya's favorite show, The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. It's a popular action hero series filmed right in LA. Wait, is that the first time they've actually said LA? Is it? Set in a city known as Neo Old Tokyo, it pits the Steel Samurai in mortal combat against his nemesis, the Evil Magistrate. Maya's collected DVDs and merchandise from that series as long as I've known her. Yeah, but the Steel Samurai's over, and it's the Nickel Samurai now, right? And the Pink Princess, the Plume Punisher, originated here in Karine. Is that clear? Barbed head. Yes, your benevolence. Note to self, never suggest that again. Yes. It is definitely not, what was it? Turkish Spider-Man, wasn't it? Lady Balib has not had a change of heart, and simply waiting shall not change that. Can't we wait just a little longer? I wonder if she'll ever open up. Oh, you're still here. Lady Balib. Mrs. Enmy, do you think you're ready to talk? Is it okay with you, dear? Yes, I will let him know. Lady Balib, you don't have to speak to this lawyer if it is not your wish. No, it's quite all right. If my husband were still with us, he would say... As much as it pains me to have my lovely wife speak on such matters, if it would help to find the truth, then ask whatever you may. Okay, I'll take you up on your generous offer. Wait, did Mrs. Enemy call herself lovely just now? Well, whatever are you waiting for? Ask your questions quickly so your departure may be just as swift. Yes, of course. Alright, trust in me. Do you have any idea why your husband might have been killed? Was he acting different or doing anything out of the ordinary lately? No, I don't recall anything of the sort. This is really difficult. Did anybody have a grudge against him? He was a kind man and one of peace. He would never do anything that would cause someone to bear a grudge against him. Whoa! Psych! Psych-lock! These are Psych-locks. This means Mrs. Enemy is trying to hide something from me. This is the Magatama Maya gave me all those years ago. Okay. Technically, Pearl is the one largely responsible for giving that to you, not Maya. And it has a really amazing power. It reacts when someone is hiding something, and allows me to see the Psych-locks that are holding that person's mind shut. Whenever I see any, I only have to present my Magatama to try and unlock them. Unlocking them all usually allows me to coax the truth out of someone. Yep, so this is the first one, so it's not going to be too hard. Here we go. The High Priest. Psych-locks. They appeared when I asked her whether anyone held a grudge against her husband. That must mean that Miss Enemy thought of someone who just might have a grudge. Let's just stir the pot a little and see what happens. Mrs. Enemy, I have an idea who your husband's real killer might be. That would be Maya, wouldn't it not? No, of course not. It has to be someone with a motive to kill him. This is who I believe had a reason to kill your husband. The escaped prisoner, the rebel Dirk, or Lady Kira. Well, the threatening note was from Lady Kira. Or from... right? Because, what was it? Yeah, Lady Kira's warning. Yeah, that's it. So it was Lady Kira. It was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Everyone's talking about her. I know not of what you speak. Really? Because she even made the front page recently. Wah, 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 wah. I am but a humble servant of Lady Kira. What reason would she have to kill someone as insignificant as I? Actually, I have something that just might show why Lady Kira would kill Abbott and me. The threatening letter. This is a letter of warning from Lady Kira. Maya found it. It was in the inner sanctum, and only Maya and your husband were there at the time. This letter reached its intended recipient, your husband, the High Priest, didn't it? And how do you know Maya wasn't lying to you? Because I've never seen that letter before, and I doubt my husband ever did either. Sorry, but I have evidence that proves this warning was meant for your husband. The envelope, the High Priest. Well, what's that? It's an envelope addressed to the High Priest. The warning letter was delivered to your husband inside this, wasn't it? What nonsense is this? How can you prove the warning was delivered in this envelope? There's gotta be some way to prove it. Wait a second. Don't the envelope and the warning letter have something in common? I think there just might be something that links the envelope to the warning letter. There is? Yes, and that proof is right here on the warning letter. This spot on the warning letter proves that it was delivered in that envelope. This. The 3 holes in the envelope are in the same shape and arrangement as the holes in the warning letter. And if you fold the letter in thirds and place it in the envelope, the holes line up. Oh! As for what made the holes, I believe it was this. The arrow. That makes sense. I hadn't thought of that before, but yeah, that makes sense. They were made by this Warbot arrow, one of the weapons favored by Lady Kira. The warning was folded in thirds, placed in the envelope addressed to the High Priest, and delivered to your husband on the points of this arrow. Yeah! Unlock successful. That's right. Time to talk. Are you ready to tell me the truth now? I admit the warning was sent to my husband, but he was not an insurgent. Then why did you keep it a secret? Because the authorities might have suspected him of being one if I hadn't. I guess that makes sense. If the rebel hunter was after him, I can see how people might at least suspect. We are Kurinus Kingdom, as such, rising up against the monarchy is the same as blaspheming Kurinism itself. Your husband was a devout priest of Kurinism, and you feared that his good name would be tarnished if the warning went public. Yes, that makes sense, but is it the honest truth? What if the High Priest really was a rebel? The rebel hunter would have had a motive to kill him. Still, this just doesn't feel like the right time to ask her about it. Talk about the warning. Could you tell me a little more about the warning? It arrived about 3 days before the purification rite. When we woke that morning, it was already there by the side of our bed. It was by the side of your bed? Yes, we had the whole house locked up tight. And yet someone still managed to slip in. Oh, it was so frightening, wasn't it, dear? But you didn't contact the police? Because you didn't want them to suspect your husband of being a rebel. That's right. If only we had told the police, maybe Terrust would still be alive today. Oh, lovely wife, no need to fret, my dear. My only regret is that I left you all alone. Bobbed head, that is quite enough. Yes, you're probably right. Mrs. and me, I'm sorry to have bothered you at such a difficult time. Don't be silly. I'm happy if I have helped. Your benevolence, may you swiftly shine light upon the truth. Bobbed head. You seem bent on casting suspicion upon Lady Kira. And by doing so, you seek to deflect the blame from the real killer, Maya Fey. That is the only logical conclusion. Gah! I'm in no position to disprove her at this point. Only I could find something to support my theory that the High Priest was a rebel. The only other person who might know more about Abbott and me would be Maya. They might be done questioning her by now. Maybe I'll stop by the detention center. My mother has said what? It seems I must go. Did something happen? Yes, my mother has decreed that a rite shall be held for the High Priest's passing, and that she shall conduct the prayer of lament therein. Her Eminence has so decreed, has she? Oh, but she should not concern herself with a humble priest like my husband. No, it is only natural, considering his meritorious service. The rite will be held at the palace. You are to accompany me there at once, Lady Belib. Thank you, your benevolence. My husband is most delighted too. How wonderful for you, Mrs. Enmy. A direct decree from the Queen. That must be quite an honor. Bobbed head, you are coming as well. Huh? But I don't have much time left to investigate. As the one charged with monitoring you, you must remain within my sight at all times. Besides, it will take but a moment. Now, come along. Arguing the point will probably just make things worse for me. I'd better let her have her way this time. Going to the Royal Palace could be interesting. May 10th, Garan Palace Audience Chamber. Hey, there's that guy. Quite dramatic. Welcome, Lady Belib. So this is the Queen of Khura'in. What is wrong with you, Bobbed Head? Show some respect. Huh? Oh, should I bow or prostrate myself? No, it is quite all right. Stay as you are. Mother? Your Eminence, I would like to give thanks to you. Your honor, both me and my husband. His exemplary service deserves to be honored. Oh, but what a terrible, trying time this must be for you, Lady Belib. May my prayer comfort your soul, and that of your dearly departed husband. Nothing would please me more. Oh, Your Eminence, your words are wasted on my humble husband and I. Oh. Now that's what I call a commanding presence. So, you are the lawyer of whom my daughter speaks. Yes, Your Eminence, I am so very honored to make your noble acquaintanceship. I'm humbled to bask in your resplendence. Did I overdo it? I have no idea how to talk to a queen. Oh, may the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you. Now then, Lady Belib, let us go to the Chamber of Prayer. Rafa, you are to accompany us too. Yes, Mother. Wow, the Queen is seriously something else. The Prayer of Lament, huh? I knew it. Inga, that was his name. Don't see how that'll do any good. It's Justice Minister Inga. Huh? Who are you, buddy? Nice to see you again, Minister Inga. Again? Have we met? I'm Phoenix Wright. We met in the accused lobby the other day. Oh, right. Blue suit, jacket hair. You're that lawyer who brought my daughter down a peg or two. Your daughter? Wait, him? Yeah, Rafa. He's Princess Rafa's father? So he's Queen Garen's husband? You planning on sticking your fat nose in this mess too? The accused is a good friend of mine. Like I said the last time, you better watch yourself, see? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? You want to question me? That would be great. You got balls for a lawyer. Guess I can play along a bit. But I got things to do, see? So we'll have to talk while I work. First, let's talk about my attorney's badge. Where do you get off sticking that thing in my face? You forget who you're dealing with? Don't poke your nose where it don't belong. Or do you want to spot on my execution list? No, I'm good. I'd better end this conversation now before I really rub him the wrong way. Alright, talk this incident. I wanted to let you know that I'll be the defense lawyer on this case, too. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. You only won last time because that idiotic prosecutor filed false charges. But it's gonna be different this time. I got Karine's top prosecutor on this one, see? I don't care who I go up against. I'm going to prove my client innocent. You haven't forgotten that little thing called the Defense Culpability Act, have you? Blow this one, and you'll suffer the same fate as the accused. How could I forget? Ha! You lawyers are always the same. You strut your stuff till the DC Act comes down hard. Then you start begging and pleading for your lives. It's really hard to watch, I tell you. Well, I don't plan on letting it come to that. Let's talk about this Defense Culpability Act. Were you the one who wrote the Defense Culpability Act? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. What's it to you? Either way, as Justice Minister, I'm going to enforce the thing. No? It started as a way to counter the dirty tricks of your trade, like falsified evidence. But it turned out to be quite handy, efficient even. Handy? Efficient? Yeah, made my job real easy. Any goons who cross me or the Garon administration are gonna get just what they deserve, especially those rebel scum. Huh? You can get away with that here? Better watch your mouth, lawyer. I enforce the law on Karine, see? And being that I'm the queen's husband, that makes me king! No, I'm pretty sure the queen is the boss around here. Yeah, that is actually he ain't the king. Go on, say what you're thinking so I can charge you with less majesty. I can't get myself arrested now. Now listen up, lawyer. We got a low crime rate and a populace that lives in peace. And that's all thanks to the DC Act, so I don't want to hear any more lip about it. But I can't defend my client unless I can speak my mind. Yeah, even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch it if I were you. 'Cause you got a defiant attitude like one of them dragon dupes. Say, White, you know what these are? No. What? Orders of execution. They really pile up if I start slagging off. What? And tomorrow, I'll have even more work to do, processing the one for your little friend. And if you really do defend her, I'll have to add one more to the pile for you. But you're not stupid enough to waste your life on that criminal, are ya? Don't worry, I'll make sure to lighten your workload, Inga. I won't give you a single execution order to sign tomorrow. I have returned, Barbed Head. Your benevolence, are you done with the rite? Yes, it was performed flawlessly. Lady Believe stayed behind to speak with Mother. I hope this will help ease your sorrow, even if just a little. Dang, they really just went, let's make the most evil character ever and ran. I know, right? Like, man, they were a little more subtle with Lord Strongheart from the original, from the Great Ace Attorney. Like, he was like, oh, this guy obviously seems quite sinister, but this is like full on, this guy's evil. So, have you been speaking with my father? Yes, you could say that. My father is a great man. He works tirelessly to keep the peace in our kingdom. Khura'in, as it stands today, owes everything to the efforts of my mother and my father. You should feel deeply honored. Under normal circumstances, they would have never spoken so readily with a lawyer. Yes, of course. It seems Rafa doesn't know what her father is really like. Well, now that we're done here, let's go see if I can talk to Maya now. May 10th, Detention Center. Oh, it's you, Nick. Maya, are you okay? The questioning wasn't too harsh, was it? No, I'm alright. How about you? Make any progress? Well, I haven't found any conclusive evidence that could prove your innocence. But I have a small lead. Really? But for right now, I'd like to ask you about the High Priest. Sure, ask away. And by the way, what's the princess doing with you still, Nick? Doesn't she have anything better to do? Doesn't seem like it. I heard that. How rude. Of course I have many other things I could be doing. Nice. Alright, the High Priest. It's just a thought, but do you think the High Priest could have been a rebel? A rebel? Why would you even think that? Because if he was, then the rebel hunter, Lady Kira, would have had a motive to kill him. What? Uh-oh, Princess Rafa overheard me. What idiocy is this? Abbot in me, a rebel? It is beyond the pale. My mother has offered the prayer of lament to his soul. That is the sort of person he was. All right. I was just raising the possibility. I will not listen to such tomfoolery. She stormed out. Oh well. Nothing we can do about that. Do you recall the High Priest doing anything suspicious? Come to think of it, he seemed unusually restless during the rite. He kept glancing up at the sky, though I have no idea why. Is it because somebody was escaping from the prison? He was restless and kept looking up at the sky? Huh, that doesn't really tell us much, does it? Anything else come to mind? Sorry, that's about it. I guess this is all I'm going to learn about the High Priest right now. Oh, but there is one thing I should follow up on. Oh, I want to keep she didn't want to tell about her spirit channeling. Yeah, what's that about? I'm very confused now. Yeah, because... Yeah, that's so strange that she doesn't want that brought up. With Princess Rafa gone, this might be my only chance. I mean, you'd think that would get brought up in her saying, I want to come train here. Channeling. Maya, about what you said earlier, why can't you tell anyone you're able to channel spirits? Oh, that. You know how all the queens are also spirit mediums here? I heard. It was kind of a shock at first, though. In Khura'inism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the queen. No one else is supposed to be able to do it. I see. So, spirit channeling is a symbol of power or authority then, in that case? I can see why it would look bad if a nobody from another country were able to do it too. Oh no, is the Fae family an offshoot of the royal family or something? Oh boy. Spirit channeling in the Khura'in tradition was developed from a Khura'inist style that was brought to the US via Japan. Really? You don't say. But it seems like my clan's spiritual power is greater than that of the average Khura'inese. Maybe a quirk due to how our styles diverged, but I don't really know. So if spirit channeling is a power possessed only by the queens of Khura'in, and it's a power that somehow made its way down the line to Maya, then I guess that makes Queen Garen and Princess Rafa distant relatives of Maya's? Okay, so we are going there. Anyway, it's not like there's some kind of rule about it. It's just, I'd rather not have it become an issue or anything. Fake royalty, fake royalty. You're all fake royalty. I'm the best channeler. Some would say there is no others. Really? Yes, fake royalty. I like it. That's why mediums who come here to train hide the fact that they can channel spirits. I see. I had no idea it was so complicated.
Either way, training here is a must to fulfill the qualification needed to become the master. And what is this qualification to become the master? To be able to channel spirits of one's own volition and without fail every time. Like, remember how my spirit channeling was always hit or miss? And you never missed, huh? I only ever succeeded about 30% of the time. Yeah, and it was more like spirits possessed her as opposed to the church. Hey, has app posed? Translation team, I found a typo. To her channeling them. Yeah, I mean, the times when she actually wanted to channel somebody were fairly rare. So you can do it every single time now, whenever you want. Yep. At least I think. So you think? Well, I haven't actually tried channeling anyone since I completed my training here. But once I get back home, I plan on taking the final spirit medium test. I'll have to try channeling one spirit after another in a marathon channeling session. Only those who pass the test are worthy of becoming the master, huh? Yeah, but I know I can do it. I'm gonna ace that test and become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan and the other villagers down. She's going to channel the ghost of Godot just for Kablamo, who absolutely loved that character. He's his favorite prosecutor. Right. Maya's the next big hope of Crime Village. That's got to be a lot of pressure. So, speaking of similarities, I've noticed another similarity between our countries besides spirit channeling. I saw a show on TV earlier that reminded me of the Steel Samurai. Oh, you must mean the Plume Punisher, warrior of Neo-Twilight Realm. Yeah, is this going to be a plot point? I thought that was just like a joke. So you've already seen the Plume Punisher? You really don't miss a beat. Actually, it was her benevolence who told me all about it. There is not a single person in Khura'in who does not know of it. Oh, your benevolence, you're back. As the royal priestess, I am charged with monitoring your movements. So I have changed my mind. For in order to fulfill my duty, I must not avert my ears, not even from your blasphemous theories. Her sense of duty is commendable, but I wouldn't mind if she backed off of it. Great timing, your benevolence. There's actually something I wanted to show off to the both of you. Show off? Maya sure seems excited all of a sudden. Yep, ta-da! What's that? It's an ultra-rare plumed Punisher strap. There's only one of them in the whole world. It was especially made to promote the TV show. You're the owner of this strap? Don't tell me. You're a plumed Punisher fan too, your benevolence? No, of course not. Only little children watch that show. I have no interest in such things. Right. No, I am telling the truth. Sure, let's just leave it at that. So, how did you get your hands on that, Maya? Hey, I found a kindred spirit and a plumed Punisher fan here in Khura'in. It resulted in an exchange of cultures transcending national borders. And by cultural exchange, you mean you swapped TV show promo merchandise. You bet! I traded my Steel Samurai watch for this strap. It's a super rare watch that plays the Steel Samurai theme song when the alarm goes off. My newfound Khura'inese friend was so happy, I got this one-of-a-kind strap in return. I guess there are people like that wherever you go, even here in Khura'in. Watch this. When you press the Magatama on her belt, it plays the show's theme song. That sounds just like the Steel Samurai theme song. What are you talking about? Can't you hear the folk instruments in the intro and the exotic tones throughout? Plus, the Steel Samurai has Japanese taiko drums that go daka don 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 in the intro. So okay, yeah, it's totally different except for that it's the same. I got it in my inventory. All right. Yes, my ears just aren't as good as yours. Anyway, I have this amazing idea for a new show. The Plumed Punisher versus the Steel Samurai. I'm gonna totally go pitch it to some TV stations when I get back home. It's gonna be a huge hit. Right, your benevolence?
I have no interest in such things. Well, if nothing else, talking about the plumed Punisher has, thankfully, seemed to cheer Maya up a bit. It's getting late. Try to get some sleep, okay, Maya? And leave tomorrow to me. Okay. Thanks, Nick. I think I've covered just about everything. Time to head back to the temple and go over everything I've learned so far. Can you stop following me now? Head back to the temple. May 10th, Temple. It's getting late. Won't be long till sundown. Mr. Wright, your benevolence. Are you done with your investigation for today? Pretty much. I thought I'd go over what I've learned so far. Care to join me? Yes, please allow me to help. Okay, first, we know that the High Priest received a warning 3 days ago. It was from someone claiming to be Lady Kira, and it told him not to perform the rite. That's right. It was that rebel hunter, but what of it? That's what I'm not sure of yet. Why would Lady Kira want to stop the rite? If you could solve that mystery... Right, I could figure out her motive for threatening the High Priest. It might be the break I need, but I just don't know enough right now to act on that lead. How unfortunate for you, Barbed Head. Your only hope is pure speculation. That shall not stand up in the Hall of Justice. You have no actual proof of Lady Kira's involvement in this crime after all. Yeah, the warning letter alone can't prove who killed the High Priest. I'll give you one last chance to withdraw before you are charged under the DC Act. Your benevolence! While it is true you did not forge or suppress any evidence, that is perhaps a product of my careful monitoring of your every move. I wasn't planning to do anything like that in the first place, Your Benevolence. Just don't ask why I lost my lawyer's license 7 years ago, or 8 years ago now. But I am going to prove Maya's innocence within the confines of the law. How can you be so sure you will? Because of my undying faith in my clients. That is a lawyer's greatest weapon. What nonsense. You have chosen to dig your own grave. When next we meet, it shall be in the Hall of Justice. As Royal Priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance. This time I will prove that the insights I glean thereof are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial, and your last rites. Tomorrow shall end with you under the headsman's axe. Tomorrow, I'll be defending Maya in that so-called Hall of Justice again. But this time it's Nayuda, and not Pain. That whole seance thing makes trials here completely different from those back home. Plus, I don't have a shred of conclusive evidence. On the other hand, I've got plenty of confusion and anxiety to spare. I'll have to think of something. After all, I'm the only lawyer in all of Kurine. I have to do this. I will do this. I'll prove Maya's innocence if it's the last thing I do. To be continued, and that is the last thing we'll do for tonight. So, thank you everybody for coming out to join, and next Saturday, same time, we will continue, and it looks like we got the trial. So, that's going to be exciting, but we will see you then. See you later.